What's up, guys? This is Matt with Flagstaff Camera, and today we're going to talk a little bit about scanning your film, sizes, resolutions, and why any of it matters. Let's jump in. So unless you are printing in the darkroom, which we encourage, we need more people in the darkroom in this world, but most people end up taking their film negatives and scanning them in some way, shape, or form. And the vast majority of people have their lab do that for them, which is great. The lab has the technology, your film is fresh, it's just dried, there's no dust on it, there's no scratches on it, and your lab can just take that and scan it for you, which is perfect. But there are so many different options for scanning film. So what I want to do now is talk a little bit about those options, which ones you should look for, what your purposes might be for each one, and how to choose, in the end, which scans you should be getting, which may influence the choice of the lab you're working with. So, to start things off, let's just assume that this whole screen here, where I am, where I live, this is where I exist in this screen, is 10,000 pixels on the long edge, right? This bottom edge. The height we're not going to worry about, but the bottom edge is 10,000 pixels. Your average normal or standard scan from your average lab is going to be itty bitty tiny little thing. It's only going to be like 1,500 pixels on the long edge. For comparison, that's the same size pictures that the original iPhone shot. It's about 1,500 pixels on the long edge. Very small scans. The next step up, which is an excellent step up, you might get enhanced scans, slightly better versions that'll be bigger. It'll be 3,000 pixels on the long edge, right? You can make maybe an 11 by 14 print from these bigger scans. It's about the same size as your iPhone 6 used to shoot, right? So much better. We're moving in the right direction. An even further step forward, and you get to the scans we have here at Flagstaff Camera as our standard included with the price of developing your film scans. Those will be about 4,400 pixels on the long edge. You can make an easy 13 by 19 inch print from those, and they're slightly larger than the modern iPhone 12, right? So you're getting nice big scans, and that's great for Instagram, great for prints, good for whatever you need, and that comes standard, no extra charge. The next step up would typically be what you would call like a super or a massive or a whale scan. And those will usually be 6,000 or 7,000 pixels. They're nice big scans. It typically costs extra money to have these big scans done because they take much longer to do. But at 7,000 pixels, you got a lot more to work with. You can make an easy 20 by 30 inch print from these scans. And if you're willing to pay that, extra $8 or $10 from another lab, then you can absolutely do that. A step up from that is what we're now offering at Flagstaff Camera, which, we haven't really decided on the name yet. Maybe let's call them Sasquatch Scans for now. And they're huge. They're 9,500 pixels on the long edge. These are massive scans. It only costs an extra $5. Your scans go from 4,400 pixels, which is our standard, to 9,500 pixels on the long edge. That's easy enough for a 30 by 40 print. And from there is an extra step up from there. You can go bigger than that. If you're printing larger than 30 by 40, we recommend, rather than scanning the whole roll at that extra resolution, because it just takes up a lot of space on your hard drive, you do one-off frames, and you can do what we're calling cosmic scans, which is a 240 megapixel, just ludicrously large, 40 by 60 inch print size scan. And those are expensive, and they take up a lot of hard drive space. We'll deal with those later. But really, what's the use case for each of these? If you're only going to make 4 by 6 inch prints, or maybe you're going to scan the film yourself later because it's free and you can do that, normal size scans, tiny scans are fine. It doesn't really matter. If you are going to be making 16 by 20 inch prints, then maybe, our standard scan is enough for you. You can pull that off from the scans that we make. But if you need to go any bigger, you're looking into substantially larger scans. So just something to consider. Also for Instagram, any size is fine. I mean, your files on Instagram are, 1,000 pixels or something now, less than that. I think they're 800. We'll put that in words. So any of these scans is fine for Instagram. It's just after that when you're going to take your digital files and put them into the real world, which hopefully you should be doing, that's when you need to worry about the size of your scans. Anyway, so that's a little primer on scanning, the little services we offer here at Flagstaff Camera as opposed to what everybody else usually does. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, hit us in that comments section, and we'll see you in the next video.